Let's face it, losing fat, especially stubborn belly fat, can feel like solving a puzzle with missing pieces. But what if the problem isn't the strategies you're using, but how you're using them? Most people are already doing some of the right things, but they're unknowingly sabotaging their own progress. That's the kicker. Small tweaks can make a massive difference. And the best part, these strategies are so simple, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Here's the thing, knowledge is power, but action is what truly moves the needle. You've probably heard about high-protein diets, intermittent fasting, or even the infamous 10,000 steps a day. But how many of these have you actually implemented the right way? The truth is, it's not just about knowing what works, it's about doing it consistently and effectively. That's where the magic happens. Imagine this, you're walking into your kitchen grabbing a snack and thinking, this is healthy, right? But without realizing it, you might be spiking your insulin or slowing down your metabolism. It's not your fault. Most advice out there is either overly complicated or just plain wrong. What you understood, let's begin with topic 1, introduction. Here's the production based on your instructions. When it comes to fat loss, most people are unknowingly sabotaging their own progress. The truth is, losing weight, especially stubborn belly fat, doesn't have to feel like climbing Mount Everest. There are simple, science-backed strategies that can make all the difference. The catch: you're probably already doing some of them, but not in the right way. And that's where the magic lies, tweaking small habits for massive results. Here's the thing, information is everywhere. You've probably read countless articles, watched endless videos, and maybe even tried a few trendy diets. But let's face it, knowing what to do isn't the hard part. It's taking consistent action that separates those who see results from those who don't. Think about it. How many times have you started something only to give up because it felt too complicated or overwhelming? That stops today. The strategies we're diving into are not just effective, they're practical. You won't need expensive supplements, hours at the gym, or a PhD in nutrition to make them work. In fact, you'll realize you've been overcomplicating things all along. For example, did you know that something as simple as eating protein first in your meals can drastically reduce your calorie intake? Or that walking a few extra steps a day can melt away fat faster than most cardio routines? So, buckle up. This isn't about throwing random tips at you, it's about giving you a roadmap that works. And trust me, once you see how easy it is to implement these hacks, you'll wonder why no one told you sooner. Let's start with the foundation of fat loss, the power of protein. Protein is the unsung hero of weight loss, and yet so many people underestimate its power. Did you know that eating more protein can actually help you burn more calories? This is thanks to something called the thermic effect of food, TEF. Basically, your body burns more energy digesting protein than it does carbs or fats. Beyond that, protein keeps you feeling full for longer, reducing those pesky cravings that often lead to overeating. It's like having a secret weapon in your fat loss arsenal. Now, let's talk numbers. A good rule of thumb is to aim for 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. For example, if you weigh 70 kilograms, around 154 pounds, you should aim for 70 grams of protein daily. But here's the kicker. Instead of trying to cram all of that into one meal, spread it out. Think of it like this. 50 grams of protein per meal could look like 2 scoops of whey protein, a 6 ounces chicken breast, or a hearty serving of fish. Simple, right? And the best part, it's not just about fat loss. Protein also fuels muscle protein synthesis, MTO, helping you build lean muscle. Here's a practical tip. Start your meals with protein. Why? Eating protein first helps stabilize your insulin levels, which means fewer blood sugar spikes and less fat storage. Plus, it naturally limits how many carbs and fats you'll eat afterward. Imagine sitting down to a plate of grilled chicken, followed by some veggies, and then carbs. Not only will you feel fuller faster, but you'll also keep your calorie intake in check without even trying. If you're struggling to hit your protein goals, don't overthink it. Keep it simple. Stock up on high-protein snacks like Greek yogurt, boiled eggs, or even beef jerky. And if you're in a rush, a quick protein shake can save the day. The key is consistency once you make protein a priority. You'll notice a difference not just in your fat loss, but also in your energy levels and overall health. Speaking of energy, let's dive into a strategy that can supercharge your metabolism. Time-restricted eating. Time-restricted eating, also known as intermittent fasting, is one of the simplest yet most effective strategies for fat loss. The concept is straightforward. You limit your eating to a specific window of time each day, like 8 hours, and fast for the remaining 16. This isn't just about eating less, it's about giving your body time to burn stored fat for energy. During the fasting period, your insulin levels drop and your body shifts into fat-burning mode, a process called lipolysis. It's like flipping a metabolic switch. If you're new to fasting, don't worry, it doesn't have to be extreme. Start with something manageable, like a 12-12 schedule, 12 hours of eating, 12 hours of fasting. Once you're comfortable, you can progress to 14-10, then 16-8, or even longer if it suits your lifestyle. For example, you could eat your first meal at 10 a.m. and finish dinner by 6 p.m. The beauty of this approach is its flexibility. You can adjust it to fit your routine without feeling deprived. Plus, it's not just about fat loss. Fasting has been shown to improve cholesterol, blood pressure, and even boost brain health by increasing brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BD. Here's a pro tip. During your fasting window, stick to water, black coffee, or herbal tea. These won't break your fast and can even help curb hunger. And when it's time to eat, focus on whole foods. Think lean proteins, healthy fats, and fiber-rich veggies. Avoid the temptation to binge, as that can undo the benefits of fasting. Instead, aim for balanced meals that keep you satisfied and energized throughout your eating window. Fasting isn't just a diet, it's a lifestyle shift that trains your body to work smarter, not harder. It's about giving your metabolism a break and letting your body tap into its fat stores. And the best part, you'll likely find yourself feeling more focused and energized during your fasting hours. Now, let's take this momentum and pair it with another game-changing habit: increasing your daily step count. When it comes to fat loss, walking is one of the most underrated tools out there. Think about it, walking is simple, low impact, and something you're already doing every day. The key is to do more of it. Studies show that countries with higher daily step counts, like Japan, have significantly lower obesity rates compared to places like the US. It's not just about hitting the gym, it's about staying active throughout the day. This is where non-exercise activity, thermogenesis NEAT, comes into play. Those extra steps you take can burn hundreds of calories without you even realizing it. A great starting point is the classic 10,000 steps a day. This might sound like a lot, but when you break it down, it's surprisingly achievable. For example, a 30-minute walk in the morning, a quick stroll during lunch, and a few extra steps after dinner can easily add up. Once you've mastered 10,000 steps, aim higher. 15,000 steps a day is the sweet spot for maximum fat loss. And remember, every step counts. Whether it's pacing while on a phone call or taking the stairs instead of the elevator, these small changes add up over time. If you're wondering how to fit more steps into your busy day, here are some practical tips. Try setting a timer to remind yourself to walk for 5 minutes every hour. Or, if you're working from home, invest in a walking pad to use during meetings. Even short walks before or after meals can make a huge difference. For gym goers, walking between sets is an easy way to sneak in more steps without adding extra time to your workout. It's all about building the habit and making it part of your routine. Walking isn't just about burning calories, it's about creating consistency. It's a sustainable habit that doesn't require fancy equipment or a gym membership. Plus, it's a great way to clear your mind and reduce stress, which is crucial for weight loss. And when you combine walking with strength training, you'll unlock even greater results. Speaking of which, let's dive into the next strategy: building muscle to supercharge your metabolism. Building muscle isn't just about looking good. It's one of the most effective ways to boost your metabolism and accelerate fat loss. Here's why. Muscle tissue burns more calories at rest than fat tissue. The more muscle you have, the more calories your body naturally burns throughout the day, even when you're just sitting on the couch. In fact, studies show that strength training can reduce the risk of mortality by up to 40%. So think of muscle as your body's fat-burning engine. It's working for you 24/7. You don't need to spend hours in the gym to see results. Even 30-minute strength training sessions 3 times a week can make a huge difference. Focus on compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses. They target multiple muscle groups and give you the most bang for your buck. If you're new to lifting, start with bodyweight exercises like push-ups, lunges, and planks. The key is progressive overload, which means gradually increasing the weight or intensity over time. This keeps your muscles challenged and growing. Here's a practical example. Imagine you're doing a simple workout with dumbbells. Start with a weight that feels challenging but manageable for 10 to 12 reps. Over the weeks, as it gets easier, increase the weight by 5 to 10%. This gradual progression not only builds strength, but also ensures you're constantly boosting your muscle protein synthesis, mTOR, the process responsible for muscle growth. And don't forget to fuel your workouts with enough protein to support recovery and growth. Strength training isn't just about the physical benefits, it's a mental game changer too. There's something empowering about lifting weights and seeing yourself get stronger week by week. Plus, when you pair muscle building with other strategies like walking and a high-protein diet, the results compound. But to truly maximize your progress, there's one more factor you can't ignore: the quality of your sleep. Let's explore why sleep is the ultimate recovery tool for fat loss and muscle growth. Sleep is often overlooked in the fat loss equation, but it's just as important as diet and exercise. Think of it as your body's reset button. It's during sleep that your hormones rebalance, your muscles recover, and your metabolism gets a boost. Poor sleep, on the other hand, can wreak havoc on your progress. Studies show that lack of sleep reduces testosterone levels, which are crucial for both fat loss and muscle building. And let's not forget the cravings. When you're sleep deprived, your body craves high-calorie, sugary foods, making it harder to stick to your goals. To optimize your sleep, start by creating a bedtime routine that signals your body it's time to wind down. Avoid caffeine at least 10 hours before bed, as it can linger in your system and disrupt your ability to fall asleep. Another tip: stop eating 3 hours before bedtime. Late-night meals can interfere with your body's natural recovery processes and even spike your insulin levels, which isn't ideal when your goal is fat loss. Instead, focus on calming activities like reading, meditating, or even taking a warm shower. The environment you sleep in also plays a huge role. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. This helps your body reach the deep sleep stages where recovery happens. If you're glued to your phone or TV before bed, it's time to break that habit. The blue light from screens suppresses melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. Try switching to a book or listening to calming music instead. These small changes can drastically improve the quality of your sleep and, in turn, your overall results. When you prioritize sleep, everything else falls into place. You'll wake up with more energy, recover faster from workouts, and even notice improvements in your mood and focus. And when you combine quality sleep with strategies like protein intake, walking, and strength training, the results can be transformative. Now, let's tie everything together with some final thoughts on how to make these strategies sustainable for the long haul. The beauty of these strategies lies in their simplicity and sustainability. They're not about quick fixes or extreme measures. They're about small, consistent changes that lead to lasting results. Whether it's prioritizing protein, incorporating time-restricted eating, or simply walking more, these habits are designed to fit seamlessly into your daily life. The key is to start small and build momentum. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Even a 1% improvement each day can lead to massive changes over time. What makes these strategies so powerful is that they're backed by both science and real-world results. These aren't just theories, they've been tested and proven by countless individuals, including the author's own clients. For instance, focusing on high-protein meals not only supports fat loss, but also helps with muscle building and keeping hunger at bay. Pair that with something as simple as hitting 10,000 steps a day, and you're already ahead of most people. It's about stacking these habits to create a lifestyle that works for you. The real secret, though, is consistency. It's easy to get excited about a new routine, but the magic happens when you stick with it. Think about it. What would your life look like if you committed to these strategies for the next 30 days? Imagine the energy you'd feel, the confidence you'd gain, and the progress you'd see. It's not just about losing weight, it's not just about losing weight tits and building habits that serve you for life. Now, it's your turn. Take these strategies and make them your own. Experiment, adjust, and find what works best for you. And don't forget to share your journey, whether it's your experience with intermittent fasting or how walking more has changed your day-to-day life. Speaking of sharing, there's one more thing you can do to stay on track. Subscribe to the channel and join a community of like-minded individuals who are all striving for the same goal. Let's keep this momentum going.